bit of what? Oh, it kind of looks like a collapse. I don't know. It depends on how you want to break it down. But I'm going to explain to you what's going on with the stock market, why the market has dropped for 3 days in a row, and some things you may want to look out for when it comes to stock market investing, managing your portfolio, and all that good stuff. So get comfortable, buckle up your seatbelt. We're going to get started on the Black Financial Channel right now. Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the Black Financial Channel. That's theblackfinancialchannel.com. My name is Dr. Boyce Watkins. I'm your friendly neighborhood finance professor. On the Black Financial Channel, we talk about Black wealth and Black economics every day, sometimes as much as 10 times a day, under one condition. The condition is that everybody in this space, we ask you to be B1. B1 means Black first. That means put yourselves, put your family, put your community at the top of your priority list. That means before you go save the world, make sure you save yourself. I believe that the power of do for self is what's going to get us out of this situation that we're in. It's going to close the racial wealth gap and make sure our children don't just catch up, but they actually take the lead. We are not here to tie anybody. We are actually here to win. So we're not chasing equality. We're chasing superiority. So I don't know if that sounds a little bit offensive to some people, but I don't care because I like to win. So if you agree with that philosophy, put a hashtag B and the number one in the chat, hashtag B1. That's what we use as our calling card. That's how we connect on social media. So with that said, the stock market, give me a yes or no. How have your stocks been doing this week? Type money if you've made money. Type down if your money's down. So money if you made money, down if you are down. What's going on, Bobby Black Seal and Jason Ramsey and Maurice Williams and Sydney Donut? I see you in there. Okay, so Motown House says money, so he's made money. Okay, Robert says money. Okay, I see. Okay, Jason Diamond is down. Sweet Great Man, it says money. JB says money. All right, so some of y'all making money. That's really good. I'm happy to hear that. Okay, no days off says neutral. All right. So here's what's going on right now. Consciously speaking, who's also down. The stock market has had a rough 3 days. It's been down for about 3 days in a row, and there are a few different factors kind of happening right now that I just want to kind of make you aware of that will help you kind of know what could be on the horizon. It's sort of a whole broad range of possibilities. I'll tell you what we know and what we don't know. Well, that big scary word stagflation has risen up on the scene. A lot of it starts with the jobs report. Recently, in the jobs report that was released, they're constantly monitoring any indicator to tell them how the economy is doing. And so stagflation comes to mind because stagflation is where you actually have high inflation and a declining economy. And so typically high inflation comes with an increasing or improving economy. Sometimes usually a declining economy comes with deflation, but sometimes you run into stagflation, which is literally a nightmare for economists because they don't know quite how to fix that. They don't know exactly what to do to fix that. So ultimately, stagflation comes to mind because the jobs report, as well as a few other indicators, are telling us that the economy is sputtering a little bit. It's not doing what they thought it would do. They thought it would come back with a boom and a bang and just go crazy, but it's not really booming and banging. It's kind of just kind of not really taking off the way it should. Well, where's that coming from? Well, a lot of this has to do with the Delta variant. This whole conversation about the Delta variant, but y'all seeing that the Delta variant isn't the only variant. I mean, my God, there are literally it seemed like 10 different variants of this virus out here now. Let me see here. Let me look at the different variants that are out there. Literally, it's like I think I heard about the Mu and the Alpha and the Lambda and I mean, there's so many different variants with so many Greek letters. I think they're going to have a step show. We're going to have the COVID step show pretty soon. Let me see. I'm looking here on the CDC. They got the Alpha, the Beta variant, the Gamma, the Delta. And that's not all of them. That's only 4 that they're listed on here. I think I saw about 7 or 8 of them. And the World Health Organization is now starting to say that, the whole Greek alphabet of variants, that whole step show, all those fraternities and sororities coming out in the COVID virus, that's going to be around for good, that's not going to disappear, that you're going to kind of have to live with this forever. And so they're always going to be selling you shots. And it's up to you to decide if you want to participate. I actually had a good conversation just now with someone named Queen Afua. I don't know if has anybody ever heard of Queen Afua. Queen Afua is a holistic health expert that I have a tremendous amount of respect for. And shout out to Jay Morrison. I met her at the Black House down in Atlanta, and Jay Morrison introduced me to Queen Afua. And here's her website right here. It's queenafua.com. And this sister is the kind of person that you talk to if you actually believe in things like having a healthy immune system. I am a believer that whether you get these shots or not, it's up to you. I'm not here to tell you what to do. One of the things that I think we can agree on is that as a society, we don't take our health seriously enough. We have actually let people convince us that being obese is the same as being healthy, and it's just not the same. I hate to break your heart. I know it's politically incorrect to say this, but I think when you're talking about life or death, when you talk about people dying, it's time to throw political correctness out the window and really start talking about some truth. So the truth is that the reason I'm on the phone with people like Queen Afua, and I just spoke to her for an hour and a half, in case you're wondering why this podcast was a little bit late. I kept moving the time back. It was because when the Queen is speaking, smart black men listen. So Queen Afua is actually, I believe I can get her to the All Black National Convention, which is going to happen at the end of October in Orlando. Allblacknationalconvention.com is where you can get your tickets. So that's why I was talking to Queen Afua, because I personally want to make sure that I'm as healthy as possible so I can fight off any virus that goes into my body. But also I felt that she would be the most appropriate person to speak at the convention. So that's why I am literally tonight going to be on my hands and knees begging the Queen to come to the All Black National Convention. So if you want to find out more, you can go to allblacknationalconvention.com. I will let you know tomorrow if my begging worked, because I'm literally begging this wonderful, amazing black woman to come to the convention. I hope that she accepts our invitation. Now, with that said, please hit the thumbs up button, share, subscribe button if you haven't done it yet. Let's go a little bit deeper into this. So Morgan Stanley has been doing some analysis on the market and on the economy. Morgan Stanley feels that the economy could end up going negative. They're very bearish on the economy. What's happening though is you have a lot of what is called information dispersion, which means that you have a lot of different opinions about what the economy is going to do, what the market's going to do. Consumer confidence is starting to drop. Last time I checked, consumer confidence is dropping largely because consumers are concerned about two things. They're concerned about the Delta variant. They're concerned about inflation. Those are the two things that are worrying people right now, that are worrying investors right now. There's just a lot of uncertainty, and uncertainty is just bad for investing. Uncertainty is bad for the stock market, because when there's uncertainty, all the mathematical models that show you how to value a stock pretty much say that stock prices go down when people are not sure. So what you're seeing right now is you're seeing a lot of businesses canceling business travel. That's hurting the airlines. The airlines are saying, look, people are canceling their trips because they're not sure about what's going on with this variant. There are employers who are thinking about hiring more workers, but they're not sure because they don't know if the consumers are going to show up. There are people that are wondering if the schools are going to remain open, because if the schools shut down again, then we're in big trouble. A lot of schools are kind of pushing through, like our kids go to school and they got a whole cafeteria full of kids and they're all within inches of each other and ain't nobody got a mask on, right? But then, I went to Miami, same thing. Nobody had a mask on. Everybody was kind of living their life. But then also there are all these other reports saying that, oh, that's why Florida is kind of blown up with these cases. So there's just a lot of uncertainty, and that's really it. And in general, September tends to be volatile in general, just because when you look at historical data on the stock market, you find that the month of September ends up kind of just being a weird month anyway. So you already got that weirdness on top of this new weirdness that's coming from the pandemic and the virus. One of the things that can cause significant problems going forward that can impact the drivers of stock market activity is, one, the Federal Reserve is going to start slowing down its support of the economy. They're going to start doing what they call tapering, where they're going to stop buying back bonds and increasing the money supply, which is typically how they pull us out of a recession. And at the same time, because this virus is still out there, you're having these supply chain issues where companies are finding that the cost of their raw materials are going up, which is another type of inflation that everybody's worrying about. And this inflation, in terms of the cost of their supplies going up, could cause their profit margins to drop, which could hurt corporate earnings. If corporate earnings are lower than what we expect them to be, then you're going to see not just a decline in stock prices, you could actually see a massive dip or perhaps even a crash. Now, long term, I think we're fine. I think we're all almost always fine. I don't think there's any time in history where you weren't fine by being a long-term investor. So just know that a lot of risk goes away when you hold your stocks. If you just buy stuff and hold it and don't mess with it, for 5-10 years, you're usually going to be okay. But in terms of the short term, there are some things kind of going on that leave a lot of people concerned. There aren't that many people right now, as far as analysts, that are predicting that the rest of this year is going to be necessarily stellar. But then again, that could be also because the first part of this year, the last year and a half, has been so amazing. It's been very easy to make money. It's not been a big deal. Now, one thing you've also may have noticed is crypto is kind of acting a little bit shady right now. Crypto's kind of getting its butt kicked. Coinbase is in the news actually because they're getting calls from the SEC about some products that they're trying to offer, and the Coinbase CEO is going to war with the Securities and Exchange Commission, which is a very bad idea. And because you're sort of seeing these moves in crypto, some might wonder, is that a buying opportunity or is there something fundamentally wrong with crypto? Well, when it comes to stocks, I don't know if I think that this dip is automatically a buying opportunity across the board. I've mentioned to you guys that are in the Black Stock Market Program, I laid out a list of stocks. You can log in at the Black Stock Market Program right now, and I gave you another list this week of what Dr. Boyce is buying in terms of different stocks that you may want to take a look at, that the analysts really like for the future. I think these stocks are awesome buying opportunities because many of them actually dipped, but I believe those dips are definitely temporary because the fundamental business models of these assets are pretty solid. Now, in terms of everything being a sort of buy the dip type situation, that's not true because there are some areas, like for example, maybe stay at home stocks where, when people aren't staying at home anymore, you're not going to see these stocks continue to soar and their prices might actually drop. So ultimately I would say that as you see the market start to crash, you tend to see what you would call a flight to quality. People start to walk away from the shady, shaky companies and start going to the solid companies. They start going to the Apples and the Amazons and the Googles and the Microsofts and just strong companies that are going to be around for good, etc. So I personally, right now, I think the company that I kind of like, well, I don't know if I put this in the necessarily super solid category because they're actually kind of, their business models kind of being questioned a little bit, but I actually like Uber. If you wanted to know what my stock pick of the week was, it was Uber. And actually there are a few other stocks I picked. So if you log in at the blackstockmarketprogram.com, you can actually see everything, but Uber is one of the stocks that I really like. Also, I've mentioned to you guys, I'm very bullish on Bitcoin and Ethereum. So I see the dip in crypto as an opportunity to get in a little bit cheaper. I think that dip is not going to last because a lot of it from my research is happening due to fundamental reasons as opposed to anything worth worrying about. Now, let me give you some information. Do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button, share, subscribe button. There's my Twitter. I don't know if you guys ever want to follow me on Twitter or not, but feel free to follow me on Twitter. If you want to be pissed off at least twice a day, I'm pretty good at that on Twitter. I'm Dr. Boyce Watkins 1. And then also we have a Black Crypto Investing Club where you can learn about crypto, and we have crypto experts that come together and meet with the students as a group and have full complete training sequences on crypto, how to stake your crypto, how to set up your wallets and cold storage and everything else that you want to learn about crypto. So feel free to take a look at the blackcryptoclub.com. And we're actually going to have some crypto sessions at the All Black National Convention as well. And so if you want to join us in Orlando at the end of October, it's like a great big family reunion. I'm going to talk about it a lot because I really want you guys to feel free to come out because we're going to cover everything across the board on blackness, from health to stocks, to relationships, to real estate, all that. So that's why I was talking to Queen Afua. Julian Gordon's going to be there. Riza Islam is coming. Maj Touré, I said Julian Gordon, Vicky Dillard, Dr. Claude Anderson, you name it. The list is really long. So there's like a ton of people. Akila Nihunda, who's the coolest, hottest rapper in the world right now, and a ton of other people. Victory Boyd is coming, actually. Victory Boyd is right now in the middle of an interesting controversy, which I think all Black people who either have a job or plan to have a job or are participating in the economy should be aware of. Victory Boyd right now is in the middle of this crazy controversy with the NFL, where basically the NFL canceled. She was supposed to sing, like she sings with Rock Nation, and Victory Boyd is part of our family. She actually got discovered or became big on this platform, and she was so extraordinary that Jay-Z signed her right on the spot. Kanye West had her write 3 songs on his last album. They lived with Kanye for a while out in Wyoming. And anyway, Victory's in this interesting controversy with the NFL because she was supposed to sing the national anthem for the season opener in front of millions of people. And they basically told her to go get the shot. And her family said that they don't want to get the shot because for religious reasons. And the NFL basically said, okay, well, your contract is canceled. So this is really interesting to me because this really says what kind of economy you're going into. You're going into an economy where there's going to be certain expectations they're going to have of you. And you're either going to have to make the expectations or you're going to have to walk away. So this, to me, means that doing for self is really important right now. And so if you want to know the theme of the All Black National Convention, that's what we're all about. We're all about do for self. We also know that when you're trying to survive on your own, it's better to find your group, find your crowd, find your economy. So our goal is to bring everyone together so that you can, if you are single, you can meet a nice man or a nice woman that you can build a strong family with. If you're looking for an investment club, you can meet nice Black people that you can form investment clubs with. If you're looking for business partners, well, you can find nice people that you can go into business with. So that's what the All Black National Convention is all about. And that's what we're going to do. And that's why I was on the phone with people like Queen Afua and others who I think have the ability to bring us together and help us do great things. Last but not least, I want to let you guys know tonight we're doing our book club again. We're reading Black Labor, White Wealth by Dr. Claude Anderson. Many of you asked me why Dr. Anderson doesn't have an audio version of his book. Well, it's because he's tired. He's 86 years old, and I don't want to force the family or pressure them into doing that. So what I decided to do was to read the book with you. So literally every Wednesday night at 8:30, we are reading through every single Dr. Claude Anderson book. We're doing Black Labor, White Wealth, which we've done for the last 8 weeks, and we spend an hour and a half where I read paragraph after paragraph, and we break it down to a science. So it's something that you can bring your family to. We make this totally free, sponsored by the Black Business School, and you can enroll and get access to these private sessions by going to blackkeystogreatness.com. The URL's on the screen. This also gives you free access to my life class, which has $1,000 value, but we took the price and said we're going to make the price $0 because we think people need this information, and because we've raised money in some other areas, we can afford to give it away for free. But we can't do everything for free because we are nation building. Nation building requires money, and that's why everything can't be free, but we do as much free stuff as we possibly can. So with greater support from you, those of y'all that got it like that have a couple dollars in your pocket, that believe in the mission, just know that when you are participating in anything that we're doing, you're helping us to achieve an agenda that you all know is 100% real because we've been on this every single day. You can't fake 17,645 videos because you can go back and look at our track record, and we've been on this for over 10 years. We were talking about Black wealth before it was cool, before everybody else was doing it, and we're going to keep on doing it even when everybody else stops. So God bless you guys. Please have a great day. I got to go to a meeting, and I hope that this information was helpful to you. I love you, and I will see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.